Apple is going to be solving the two biggest problems with Vision Pro. And it's getting a new name. Let me fill you in. Before I do, if you want to keep up to date with all the latest Apple news and reviews, hit that subscribe button. There have been a shocking amount of Apple Vision Pro rumors recently for a product that many deemed a failure and canceled. There sure is a lot going on. In this video, I'm going to break down how Apple's vision is coming into focus, solving some of the main pain points, and even what comes next. And spoilers, we're not talking about just one new model. Let's go. For the new model, Apple is addressing the criticisms head on. It's working hard to decrease the overall weight of Vision Pro. According to fairly reputable leaker Kasutami on Twitter, the device will also be thinner. It will also more likely rely on titanium to keep it strong, but reducing the weight. They say the outside will still be anodized aluminum, but the internal structure will be titanium. While we're at it, the outside will shift to a new dark colorway. Kasutami even shared images of the updated cable that runs from Vision Pro to the battery pack. It's a braided cable that has an end that looks similar to Apple's phased out lightning cable. As you can see, both ends have a new midnight color rather than the silver we have now. Frankly, I'm torn here. The midnight looks neat, but I'm such a fan of the classic Apple silver and white. Sound off in the comments of which color you'd prefer the new model to be. Internally, expect more powerful chips, including the M5 series processor. Here's where things get a little complicated, but also start to make sense. See, from the recent rumors, it sounds like Apple doesn't have just one model, but two coming. One model will be what I outlined already: lighter, midnight color, and faster. The second model will instead be tethered to a Mac. And we've heard that one of the upcoming models will be called Air. The second tethered model will be for more commercial applications, like a doctor practicing surgeries where there can be literally no latency. It will be connected to a Mac for the most power and a completely lag-free experience. Currently, this is what I'm thinking. That connected model could become the new Vision Pro 2, or some such name. Then the wireless version with the battery pack would become the Apple Vision Air. It's thinner and lighter, which makes sense to call it Air. And what Mac came out first in the midnight colorway? Yeah, that's right, the MacBook Air. I think this would strike the right balance of everything, giving a true tethered Pro model and a lightweight and marketable Air version. I just really hope Apple is to decrease the price a bit at the same time. And I do think that will be a goal. But we've had other news recently too. First, the release date is under contention. Bloomberg and Ming-Chi Kuo both agree that a 2026 launch seems likely for the successor, but one source pointed to a very early 2026 debut, by April of next year, considering that they claim it's already in production. That seems quick. And others, like Kuo, cited a more likely fall release. If I was putting my money on it, I'd lean towards the latter half of next year. It is surprising to see leaked parts though, so who knows. What I like about this timeline in general though, is that it gives this first model ample time on the market. It'll be out for a solid 2.5 years before a second-gen unit is released. That means Apple believes it is powerful enough to run the new features it has planned, and there's no need to rush out a refresh. Plus, more time to optimize that supply chain to lower the cost. Fortunately, with new models coming, Apple's very hard at work on new versions of visionOS. Mark Gurman has said that visionOS 3 will be a feature-packed update. And that's saying something. We literally just got visionOS 2.4 that brought Apple Intelligence and a new app and an updated guest mode to the spatial computer. And before that, we had updates with larger ultra-wide monitor support. You can check out a full video on that update here and see what else was included. And Apple, just a week ago or so, released a Pro Media Management app to string spatial content to one or multiple Vision Pros at the same time. We don't have much to go on as what's in visionOS 3, but I'm very excited to see what's announced at WWDC this June. Regardless, all of this is leading towards something bigger, or rather smaller. A smaller form factor baked into glasses. One insider was quoted as saying that Apple Glass, as it's been called, is all Tim Cook cares about, and it's the only thing he's really spending time on from a product development standpoint. The goal would be to recreate much of what you do in visionOS, but in a set of nondescript glasses, and to beat Meta to market. I guess time will tell how that will eventually play out. Do you think you'd pick up a Vision Air? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.